Good morning. I apologize for how late this video is. Sorry, but I just got busy with life and stuff. But what I'm going to do today is kind of go over my saddle hunting gear, what I personally take out to the field, and what I'm using. So without further delay, I'll start it off. This is a Kathy Kelly Ultimate Day Pack. It's made out of 100% fleece. Most of the time, this is the pack I prefer just simply because it's so quiet going through the brush. It's quite large. Fleece is unbelievably strong. So it's got a lot of the advantages that I look for. Very lightweight. The one thing it doesn't have structure to it, so it kind of collapses and stuff, but that can work to your advantage when you're putting it on like a stand or whatever. You know, putting it inside of a crate on a kayak or whatever. But anyway, I'll just go through this real quick. So in this pocket here, I have a toboggan made out of merino wool that I had my mom knit me. I have a small pair of binoculars. I always carry binoculars out in the woods when I'm hunting. This pack is set up, season starts tomorrow and I'm taking this pack. So this is exactly set up how I'm going out tomorrow. In the front pack way over here, I carry a boat buckle strap with two Ameris straps on it. I will use this on larger trees. I'll put one on each side of my platform, or sometimes I'll put both of them going around the tree to my strong side if I need to be able to move around a tree. Most of the time, the trees I'm hunting are about, 12 inches across in diameter and 12 to 18 inches, and I just don't really need this, but I always carry it with me. Another thing I keep in this front pouch here is I have a aider I made out of am steel that works on the tethered one stick. So I carry this to where it's very easily accessed in this front pocket. Another thing I carry in here is a set of pruners, and I carry these because a lot of times I might decide to hunt a tree that I haven't been to that year or that I prepped way back in January. And a lot of times we have poison ivy or different vines and stuff that grows up on the tree, branches appear out of there. And I carry these so I can clip branches as I'm going up, or if I'm going through a thick area and I need to cut some branches so I can get through, I carry these pruners with me. That's all that's in that pouch. On the far side over here, I always carry a water bottle. It gets hot in Texas. I carry a grunt call, although probably 90% of the time I just do a burp from my own vocals, but I do carry a grunt call with me. I typically carry a handsaw. This is one I picked up on Amazon. I'm not even sure the brand anymore. It's all rubbed off and stuff, but I carry this with me wherever I go. Any handsaw will work. I use this primarily a lot of times if I decide to sit up on the ground and I need to cut some limbs, or dead limbs even, to build kind of a ground blind. I'll carry a saw with me. All right, so that takes care of the exterior pockets. Now let's go on the inside. I carry a set of these knee pads. Got these off of Amazon. Any knee pad will work. I carry the Cypher First Light Leafy Wear Jacket. I'll just carry this because a lot of times I might rush out after work and I'm in whatever clothes I'm having on, jeans and a shirt or whatever, and I just like to be able to throw this on to help camouflage. I'm one of those people. I absolutely believe camouflage helps. I carry another hat in here that I will put on along with a face mask and some gloves. This is what I'll put on once I get up into the stand. Of course, I am using the Predator platform. This is the original platform. It's not the extra large. I've just found that this works perfect for me. I don't need anything bigger. I like how it fits inside my pack. I always carry a toboggan that's reversible with blaze horns because a lot of the areas I hunt, they require during gun seasons, even though they're archery only, a lot of times that you do wear some horns, so I always carry this. In one of the internal pockets, I carry a 1 gallon zip tie bag, and this is if I walk in a long ways and I'm wearing a t-shirt and it gets sweaty, I'll take this off and put it in here, and then I'll put my camo jacket just over my bare skin, or sometimes I layer up. I also, on the interior pocket, keep a small tic-tac box full of brown tacks. This is so if I'm going out there and I find a new tree I want to mark for whatever reason, or a trail or whatever, I use these. Always have them with me. In the big internal pocket, I carry toilet paper. I carry some extra lights just in case my main headlamp goes out. I carry a field dressing kit with trail markers, some tape, gloves, one chest or full arm glove, my knife, everything I need to process a deer, to field dress it, I carry in this bag. I always have this with me because sometimes it's 90 degrees here and I don't have time to go walking back 2 miles to the truck, getting back, making multiple trips. So I like to field dress them as soon as I can. I typically do that before I ever go back to the truck. This is just extra batteries and SD cards and stuff like that. Here's a little first aid kit. It's got Benadryl, Tylenol, Band-Aids, some alcohol wipes are in here. You know, just some basic things so I can take care of some minor stuff out in the woods. And then I always carry 3 or 4 wet wipes. And this is, if I use camo makeup, I like to get most of that off before I come out. Or if I, cut myself or whatever, I can wipe it and clean it pretty good with these. That's all that's in the interior pockets. That's what I carry in my pack. I do attach some milkweed to the front of my pack, so it's always with me. Then typically, I either put this in my pack, but a lot of times I'm wearing this now. It depends on how hot it is. But my saddle itself is the tethered Phantom. This is not the new version. This is the old model. I put 3 of these pouches on there. Now, these are in saddle cloth, but I typically get them made out of fleece. I like pouches that don't make noise, so I get these from Eastern Outdoors. This is what I personally use. This is a fleece model. They all have drawstrings on them, but this back one, what I carry in that, I carry a screw-in bow holder if I'm allowed to use it. Most of the time I don't. When I'm climbing the tree, I will take this 2-step boat buckle if I know I'm going to need it in that tree, and I'll put it in this back pouch so that I'm carrying it up when I go up, and it's easy to get to. I wear my pack when I'm climbing the tree, but you can't really pull your pack out easily and do that. On the right side, and I always pack this the same way, I've got 1/4-inch pull rope that's about 25 feet. Most of the time I'm hunting between 12 and 15 foot high. I've got my tether with a Ropeman 1 on it, and this is the Predator rope. That's what I like to use. It's a big rope and it works well with the Ropeman 1. Very lightweight, it condenses down well. That's what I carry on my right side. I have a phone holder on my left side that I removed the Velcro, and I just have one of those girls' ponytail holders on here so I can keep it from opening up, my phone falling out. But I like having my phone on me at all times, just in case something was to happen. I'm never separated from my phone. My left pocket or pouch, I carry my Lyman. This is the Ultra Tech rope, the smaller Ultra Tech. And I still use a Ropeman 1. I've been using this for years and I have absolutely no problems with it. I keep my tethered recliner in here. I keep one of those little hero clips, so in case I want to hang my bow from a public land legal strap. And what I don't have in here, and I'll have to get one out, I make a daisy chain that's about 7 foot long, and I will girth hitch that to the tree. That's what I hang everything from. I clip my pack to the tail end as it's girth hitched through, and then I have all those daisy chain loops that I can put clips or whatever if I want to put my binoculars or my grunt call or whatever out in front of me. Typically, let me see if I can find my binoculars. I've got some paracord on it. And Gene Wenzel is the one that taught me, or Barry Wenzel is the one that showed me how to do this. I just loop this through a little loop that's on my binoculars to where this free spins, and what I do is I put this over one shoulder. It's always out of the way of my bow, but I can get it, I can look real quick, I can throw it down. Makes no noise, it's always right here. I just prefer that to having binoculars in front on my chest where they can snag, my bowstring or whatever. I like, when I get up in the tree, these go right here. A lot of times I even wear these when I'm walking in, and they just ride right here and they're out of my way. They just don't get in the way, and it's very cheap. What is 7 foot of paracord, how much does that cost? So that's how I carry that. But this is my saddle hunting gear. Now I have different setups this year. I have a saddle also kit with my Lone Wolf Custom Gear .5 that I'm going to use a lot. I'm going to see how I like that. I like using the .5 as my frame pack, okay, and then I just put my Kathy Kelly on it. So I have different systems, but this is what I've been using for the last 4 or 5 years, almost exclusively, and it does everything I want it to do. It's very quiet. Everything in here is quiet. It's a good system. I put things back in the same way every time, so I've done this so many times that even when it's dark, I don't typically run a headlamp when I'm climbing a tree. If I do, it's a very dim red one. Most of the time I don't even use a headlamp. I am 100% comfortable with, I've just done this so many times that my process of getting up a tree, I don't need light. I can feel around the tree and put, I've hooked up my sticks enough times that I don't need light to do that. I know how far to space them because I always put them right at about eye level or right at my top of my head with the 1 sticks in my aider. So it's so routine and everything comes from the same place that I literally can do this without light. And that's what I encourage people. I see a lot of people right now saying, I want to get into saddle hunting. Well, it's a little bit late. You can do it, but just know that saddle hunting is like anything else. You learn every time you go out in the woods. You're not going to learn everything you need to know about saddle hunting in 1 season or 2 seasons or even 3 seasons. I've been doing this for well over 2 decades and I'm still learning things and adjusting things. But I have done it so much, and I run my saddle gear all year round because I'm constantly prepping trees, I'm constantly climbing trees and hanging cameras, and I use the gear I hunt with, and I just have got good muscle memory or repetitive memory to where I don't need light. I can do this in the dark. And it's something, that came from my military background. We used to practice, cleaning our M16s, taking them apart, putting them back together or whatever in darkness in case we ever encountered something at night. So I carried that over into my hunting. I'm like, a lot of times I'm going in well before daylight. A lot of times I'm packing down well after nightfall. So I want to be able to do this, to put my gear on a tree and to take it off and put it up in my backpack or my saddle. And I want to be able to do that under the cover of darkness because that's what I'm going to do it during hunting season. Anyway, sorry it took me so long to get to this. Like I said, life events and things are going on that I have to devote a lot of my time to, but I am getting ready. Tomorrow morning's opening day and I'm going to hit it hard and heavy. And this is my saddle kit. Dave T 1963 out.